Hello, my listeners, and welcome to another exciting episode of Q in Charge. Today, we have a very interesting topic and unique in many ways, from the novelties that surround this industry to the potential freedom of wires. Yes, you heard it right. Today's topic is wireless charging systems and how far are we with that in real life. How soon will it be available to the public to use? As we all may be heard of, but Sweden is building the world's first permanent electrified road for electric cars to charge while driving. The first of its kind in the world, the e-motorway may lead to an expansion of a further 3,000 kilometers of electric roads in Sweden by 2035, as the EU passed a landmark law last month to require all new cars sold to have zero CO2 emissions from 2035. European countries are rushing to prepare the infrastructure needed for fossil fuel-free mobility. And Sweden is now turning a highway into a permanent electrified road, the first of its kind in the world. On these types of roads, cars and trucks can recharge while driving, and Sweden and the rest of the Scandinavian countries, and some of the northern EU countries are in the lead of electric vehicle charging deployment and technology. Experts say dynamic charging allows them to travel longer distances with smaller batteries and to avoid waiting at charging stations, reducing the overall vehicle's weight and reducing battery damage with the heat and battery compartments in safer storage. At Fehmarn Belt Link, are the benefits of the world's longest underwater rail tunnel worth the damage? So why the question? The Scandinavian country has pioneered electrified roads through several pilot projects, including the world's first temporary electric road. We think the electrification solution is the way forward for decarbonizing the transport sector, and we are working with a number of solutions. John Pettersson, Director of Strategic Development at Trafikverket, the Swedish Transport Administration, told Euronews Next. The chosen motorway, European Route 20, connects logistic hubs between Hallsberg and Örebro, located in the middle of the country's three major cities, Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmö. How does it work? The project is currently at the procurement stage and is planned to be built by 2025. The charging method for E20 hasn't been decided, but there are three types of charging: catenary system, conductive ground-based system, and inductive system. We think the electrification solution is the way forward for decarbonizing the transport sector, and we are working with a number of solutions, said Jan Pettersson, Director of Strategic Development, Trafikverket. The catenary system uses overhead wires to provide electricity to a special kind of bus or tram, and therefore can only be used for heavy-duty vehicles. Conductive charging, on the other hand, works both for heavy-duty vehicles and private cars as long as there is a conduction system such as a rail. The vehicles are charged through a stick that touches the rail. In 2018, Trafikverket inaugurated the world's first charging rail for electric vehicles on public roads as pilot between Stockholm's Arlanda Airport and a logistics area in Rosersberg. Along a 2 kilometers long stretch, an electrical rail has been milled into the asphalt on which electric trucks lower a moving arm that receives power. The inductive charging system uses special equipment buried underneath the road that sends electricity to a coil in the electric vehicle. The coil in the vehicle then uses that electricity to charge the battery. In 2020, Trafikverket built a wireless electric road for heavy trucks and buses in the island city of Visby. Amid a global driver shortage, this Swedish firm is aiming to put self-driving trucks on the road's potential benefits for private cars. Pettersson says the world is facing a special challenge of keeping heavy vehicles charged. If you are going to have only static charging full battery solution for heavy-duty vehicles, you will get vehicles with a huge amount of batteries that the vehicles need to carry, he said. While much of the electric road system focuses on trucks, a recent study suggested that private cars could also benefit. The study simulated the movement patterns of 412 privately driven cars on parts of Swedish national and European roads and found that combining home charging with dynamic charging can reduce the size of the battery by up to 70%. Researchers behind the study also say that not all roads in Sweden need to be electrified. Doing so on only 25% of all roads would be efficient for the system to work. This was the first attempt to simulate the electric road system with real-life driving pattern. But the researchers point out that the electric road system may not be for everyone. World's fastest electric flying ferry to make commuting in Stockholm faster than cars and metro. The required battery range with electric road system differs from urban to the rural residents, meaning the drivers that are living near to the city centre would have smaller batteries because they are more approximate to the electric road system, and they will gain more, Dr. Wasim Shoman said. A researcher at the Physical Resource Theory Division at the Chalmers University of Technology told to Euronews Next. Shulman says the difference in battery range between these two types of residents could be up to 20%. He also says that the technology is still maturing, and the study assumes certain conditions. But with enough development, I think they could reach such properties, Dr. Wasim Shulman added. Other countries like Italy, the UK, the United States and India are doubling down on building ERS systems, with plans to have an expansion of a further 3,000 kilometers of electric road by 2045. Sweden has partnered with Germany and France to exchange experience through authority and research collaborations on electric roads. Germany and Sweden have had demonstration facilities on public roads for several years, and France plans to procure a pilot section with an electric road. Follow us for more stories like this and more. That is all for this episode, and stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until the next episode, Frankie out. On top of all what we tackled, there are several other benefits to electric vehicle drivers. Convenience of the charge without the need to unwind the cords before and after charge, trip hazards, vandalism for the copper recyclers. During cold weather, no need to operate the chargers. Simply pull in over the induction plate and initiate the charge. No one even needed to get out of the vehicle. This can be beneficial in particular to the autonomous vehicle service logistics and transport where you do not have presence of the human labor. But how soon will all this be available to us? 2035, 2045. Why not now? The technology is there and exists. We just need implementation.